hyper pandering. It's the all-black Met Gala, black dandyism.
MAGA podcaster Megyn Kelly is going viral today after having a total meltdown over the Met Gala and its theme, its treatment, or rather utter humiliation of Donald Trump, and the ridiculous out-of-touch elite in attendance. All problems that Megyn seems to have pulled from her very own bony ass to fit her phony narrative, as she didn't seem to have any issue with fashion's most famous night when she attended in 2016. Or 2017, for that matter. Both years that, as we'll see, Donald Trump was mysteriously blacklisted from the event. But more on that later. Megyn is most famous for being a former Fox News host.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell
had this monumental meltdown over the Met Gala last night, in part for what she dog-whistled was its tokenization of black people. Because as we all know, there is nothing maggots love more than equity and equality for the blacks.
We have removed the poison of critical race theory from our public schools.
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call a child 5-year-old and the N-word?
If that's what he's going to act
That's
like.
what you're going to call him.
That's what he's going to act like.
And I have that meltdown in its entirety coming up for you in just a moment, but I can't help but think that maybe all this concern about the hypocrisy of the Met Gala elite and her newfound concern for the plight of the blacks might not be coming from a genuine place. After all, she once called critical race theory CHILDABUSE. So I did some digging and decided maybe the most fair course of action here would be to make up some excuse for her outrage mildly based in fact and attribute her outrage to said made-up fact with no direct evidence whatsoever. And by that brilliant use of conservative critical thinking skills, I deduced that the reason Megyn Kelly is so mad is because the Met Gala and its founder, Anna Wintour, humiliated her supreme leader.
Celebrities from all walks of life are desperate to get a ticket. Everyone from Beyonce to George Clooney attends. So my question is, who would you never invite back to the Met Gala?
Donald Trump?
Oh!
That's right, folks. After attending for years and years and years, Donald Trump was blacklisted from the Met Gala. And that's what this is really about. See how easy it was to infer correlation is causation when you don't give a damn about facts or integrity? But that is a true story. Now, whether the reasons he was blacklisted were because he's a misogynist, POS, bigot, adjudicated SAer, or just because he was getting way too touchy-feely with his daughter in the back rooms and people were weirded out by it, or maybe that he was caught scouting for Epstein's return flights for him back to Mar-a-Lago, that is anybody's guess. Let me know your thoughts in those comments down below, but it clearly and 100% factually directly caused this outburst from Megyn Kelly, spelled with a Y, by the way. Take a look.
Anna Wintour So White, and her partner, who's like organizing this whole thing with her, also a white guy, decided that they realized they would take a hit if they just tried to plan this. So they brought in, it feels very much like black tokenism to me, as they tried to pay homage to black fashion. They have been embarrassed by the year after year after year press coverage of how disgustingly excessive and over the top this showing of wealth is, where the plates go for over $70,000 a ticket. And you've got morons, literally, like the Kardashians and Diddy, and making a mockery of this place, which is supposed to house some of our greatest works of art. So now they've decided to try to get over this reputation of Anna Wintour being America's biggest snob, and this thing being the most over-the-top, elitist, evil event, by pandering to blacks.
But satire aside, Megyn with a Y, as in why does anyone listen to your pathetic hypocritical dog whistling? You were there multiple times. And look, I kind of agree that the Met Gala is insanely excessive, and I can understand that people and opinions change, and frankly, I respect that, or at least I would if she truly had a change of heart. But again, I don't think that's the case. She renounces the evil of Anna Wintour and the excess of the Met Gala while brazenly supporting a man who has not only called women far worse than what he called Rosie O'Donnell, but who has done unspeakable things to many other women. Not only that, but he has been dismissive of and downright demonizing two marginalized groups and people of color, and has exploited them by redlining their housing, tokenizing them at his rallies, and using them like collectibles that he can put on his trophy shelf of votes. And on top of all of that, who is Megyn Kelly to be this white savior and talk about the black experience and how they feel about attending this gala or what its intentions were? If she genuinely wanted to have that criticism and explore it, why didn't she bring on a black guest to ask those questions? She has the resources. It is because she doesn't give a damn and is instead doing exactly what she is accusing Anna Wintour of, and tokenizing and exploiting black pain for her own gain, so she can have a viral clip to fan the hate war and confuse her pea-brained audience into thinking they're not racist because they saw the Megyn Kelly bit where she talked about how the liberals were exploiting the blacks. These conservatives will never change. They will never stop dog whistling and blowing smoke up their own asses, and they will never stop projecting their own hate and insecurities onto others and failing to have even the slightest bit of intellectual honesty with their audiences or themselves. But what they don't understand is they are forming and fastening their own demise by stoking so much hate. You can get rich quick from doing it, I'll tell you that, but what is all that money worth after you've burned everything to the ground? I can't speak for women, Megyn, but you are certainly a disgrace to white people. Thanks for watching for Really American. My name is Kenny Hesse. I'll see you all in the next one.